Discipline number one, never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. How? Creating momentum, because motion will fuel your emotions. Now, what is zeal? That's that feeling that you get that keeps you moving forward. It's hype, a little hype in your step. It's the kind of excitement that you often feel when you're starting something new. How many people here remember the first time they started driving? You were eager to get behind the wheel. You were eager to grab that key and be the one to drive everyone a ride. You need a ride? Yeah, I'll drive you. I'll drive you. But if you've been driving for a while now and someone offers you a ride, you're probably glad to give up that key. How many people here remember the first time they started dating? You remember that special someone? The person you'd spend all night on the telephone with, the person you would take the bus in minus 30-degree weather and snowstorm and go across town to spend some quality time. Yes, there's an excitement, there's a zeal when something is new. But what happens with the passing of time? What happens when the novelty wears off? What happens once the excitement becomes monotony, mundane, or worse, you settle into a rut? At first, you might lose interest, and then you eventually give up altogether. This can happen in every aspect of your life. It can happen in your health. It can happen in your physique. It can happen in your studies. It can happen in your spiritual life also. But you know, human beings, we're integrated beings. Our heart, our mind, our physique, everything is connected. And so once you start to lose energy and zeal and excitement in just one area, it doesn't take very long before every other area is dragged down. Have you ever noticed in your own life when you start to give up in one area, it starts to become pretty easy to give up in others? Until before you know it, you feel like your entire life is in a slump. When you feel yourself starting to feel like you're losing the energy, how do you turn the corner? How do we turn this around? Well, advice number one, take some small actions, small steps in every single area where you can make one small improvement. Because we're integrated beings, by doing just one small thing in these areas, you are going to drive change within yourself. Physically, just a small change like smiling. Can I see your smile? Can I see your smile? Just a small change, like waking up in the morning and committing to yourself that you're going to smile, will have a tremendous impact on your emotions. Spiritually, how many times have you told yourself you're going to read the entire Bible? Your first day, you read 10 chapters. On fire! Second day, you're down to 8 chapters. Oh! A week later, oof, looking at that book and it looks like a heavy brick. So what about we just start with a couple verses, huh? Not the whole book, not a whole chapter, just a couple verses. When you feel yourself slipping, something amazing is going to happen when you take small steps in these areas. When you begin to take small steps, you will drive what is called momentum. Momentum is that kind of energy that is self-sustaining. The mere fact of taking one step leads you into taking the next step. And in that next step, you find the energy to take your third step. And what's amazing is the size of your steps grows as well. Where you might have taken some small steps before, the energy that comes from momentum gives you the drive to step out and do more. So if the thing that's been holding you back from making a step forward is that it seems gigantic, it seems so huge, I'm here today to tell you to break it down, break it down, break it down. One small step, and another one will drive momentum. A second key to keeping the fervor is celebrating your achievements along the way. When you have gone through a week and you've cut down from 5 times of eating that particular thing to 4 times, you need to take a day and celebrate. Am I speaking to someone right now? Now, you see, I feel There is something wonderful about celebration. I remember back in the day when I was in school and slaving away on a paper, a big project, and you're going into 20 pages and 30 pages and 50 pages and 100 pages, and on the day the assignment was due, there was nothing more sweet to me than to print that piece of work. Take it to my local business depot, put it into the binder, and then, for no particular reason, just go through the pages and make my fingers touch the graphs and the charts. And just smell it. And celebrate the achievement of my work. There is something in that celebration. There is something in acknowledging where you've been and where you are right now that gives you energy to move forward. So my second piece of advice is, after you've made a couple of steps, pause and celebrate. Yes, the first discipline. Take small actions in every area where you're lacking right now, just a small step, and you will find that motion will change your emotions.